Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings to all of us. Dear Mr. Arief Muttaqiin, M.Pd, as an English lecturer, and to friends from science education who I love. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always give us help wherever we are. Amin. Now, for the next few minutes, I will explain the phenomenon of acid rain. Previously, I was Gusherlinda, NIM 19231022. I was majoring in Science Education Class B, Padang State University. Okay, let's go straight. I will explain the phenomenon of acid rain. As we know, rain is the process of falling water droplets onto the Earth's surface. So, what is the difference between acid rain and regular rain? Well, acid rain is rain that contains acidic substance or materials that fall to the earth, either in the form of wet or dry deposition which has a level of acidity or pH under the rain as usual. Usually, the acidity of substance is measured using the pH scales, which has a rating of 0 to 14. Scales below 7 are acidic, just above 7 are alkaline, and just at 7 are neutral. So, acid rain that falls usually scales below 5 or 6 because of its high acidity. And recently research has shown that the pH of acid rain has changed to number 4. This is due to the large amount of exhaust gases produced that cause acid rain. So, we can relate this acid rain phenomenon to aspects of physics, chemistry, and biology. Physically, we can see that rain forms in several stages. The process of forming acid rain is not much different from the process of forming ordinary acid rain. The process of this acid rain, namely, first, because of the large number of human activities on Earth that trigger various gases that cause acid rain, such as carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfur, and sulfur dioxide. Then, the evaporation of various water sources on Earth is caused by the heat of the sun. This process produces a large amount of the water vapor. Water vapor arising from condensation will meet the gases that cause acid rain, namely carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide with water vapor, and hydrogen sulfur and sulfur dioxide with water vapor. The meeting of water vapor with carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide produces a weak acid. Meanwhile, the meeting of hydrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide with water vapor will produce strong acid. Then, the contents that met earlier are finally carried away by the wind and go to a place further away from the source and getting to the top. Finally, when it reaches the top, the gas that has been mixed with water vapor will be saturated. This is what causes raindrops called acid rain. Next is the chemical aspect. The chemical aspect of this acid rain phenomenon can be seen from the reaction that occur from the acid rain. This acid rain occurs in the presence of the reaction of sulfur and nitrogen which is released into the air with oxygen. This reaction produces compounds in the form of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides. These two compounds diffuse into the atmosphere, especially in the troposphere, then react again with water to produce sulfuric acid and nitric acid. This element then mix with water and other materials before falling to the earth surface. The chemical reaction in the acid rain process are as follows. Sulfur dioxide generated from sulfur plus oxygen. To sulfur trioxide generated from 2 sulfur dioxide plus oxygen. Sulfuric acid generated from sulfur trioxide plus water. Then, what caused this acid rain? So, this acid occurs because of two things. The first is sulfur and nitrogen, usually produced from industry, motorized vehicles, ammonia from agricultural activities. Both of these compounds are compounds produced by combustion. Not only is it the result of burning from human-managed industries, sulfur dioxide is also a compound that can come from natural factors, such as forest fire and volcanic eruption. Second, air pollution. This air pollution is caused by carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, and sulfur dioxide. This compound is produced from heating and burning sulfur, so that through these compounds acid rain occurs. Next is acid rain in biological aspect. Acid rain that occur can be dangerous. The effect of this acid rain include: first, lake. The excess acid in the lake will result in fewer species surviving. Plankton and invertebrates are the first to die from the effect of acidification, and more than 75% of fish species will be lost. This is due to the influence of the food chain, which has a significant impact on the sustainability of an ecosystem. However, not all lakes that are exposed to acid rain will experience acidification. This is due to the discovery of rock and soil types that can help neutralize acidity in some lakes. Second, plants and animals. Acid rain that dissolves nutrients in the soil removes these nutrients before trees can use them to grow, and will release toxic chemicals like aluminium, which will mix nutrients, so that if these nutrients are eaten by plants, it will inhibit growth and accelerate the fall of leaves. The rest of the trees will be attacked by disease, drought, and die. Like plants, animals have a threshold for tolerance to acid rain. Microscopic soil animal species will die immediately when soil pH increases because microscopic animal properties are very specific and susceptible to extreme environmental change. Other types of animal are also threatened because the number of products or plants is decreasing. Various diseases will also occur in animals because the skin is exposed to water with high acidity. This will clearly lead to the extinction of the species. Third, humans. Sulfur dioxide produced by acid rain can also react chemically in the air, forming fine sulfide particles. These fine particles will bind in the lungs, which will cause respiratory disease. In addition, it can also increase the risk of developing skin cancer because sulfate and nitrate compounds are in direct contact with the skin. Well, that's all I can explain about acid rain, and it is studies in the aspect of physics, chemistry, and biology. Hopefully, what I have to say can be useful and add to our insight. And if there are mistakes and deficiencies in explaining it, I apologize. I will finish with Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.